I have to wait 5 seconds before I can start talking. Hello! Welcome to Miyazaki. This is a bedroom. You are in the hotel room. And I have really bad Wi-Fi. That's kind of why we started late. The other one is because I'm driving a car and I got lost. I'm looking here. Okay, so I got Hopping Fox is here. Hey, Samantha. Nosh is in the house. Danny.
Hi.
Leone Pitts is here. Hey, Leone. All right, so we're getting the gang is all here. I also made sure that this was unlisted. These are some of the things I routinely check. Oh, you can have a seat instead of looming. She likes to loom. I'm looking at the chats now. Nice to see everybody again. We came here from Miyazaki yesterday, last night, around the same time, and we flew after her sister's getting married. Hey, Danny. After her sister had a introduction party where she get to meet her husband's family and then Kanai's family. I'm part of Kanai's family, so I had to go. And then we finished that, and we flew directly from Haneda to Miyazaki. And I think if you saw Instagram, some of the pictures that I put on this Instagram stories were of the food from her sister's introduction party. It's a very cultural thing. And then we flew here. This is her first time in Kyushu.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
What do you think of Miyazaki?
I like it actually.
You like it?
Yeah, I like this weather and smell is very different with Tokyo.
That's true. No pollution.
Very quiet.
Uh,
And food is nice.
what's nice? Be specific.
I love the chicken and mango.
Ah, mango.
Mango.
That's why we're here, for the mango.
Mango was so good. Oh my god.
Hey, Cybeam's here. JKO Adventures. Hey, okay, we see the usual gang is here. Good to see everybody. It says we have 4 people watching. That seems like we have more than that. We have more than that. Anyways, we can see, everyone can watch in the playback. So we're here in Miyazaki to film the mango auction, which is one of the things. I know, Nosh, 6 a.m. Everybody on the west coast of the U.S. is like warriors here. This is really great. I'm sorry about the time. We woke up at 4 a.m. If this makes you feel any better, we were up at like 4 a.m. for the mango auction, and we're probably going to go to sleep in about an hour. This was a really long day, but it was so amazing. I got so much stuff to talk to you about the mango auction. Let's start off with that. This is the exciting news. So I'm here actually. This is not a sponsored job. It's not paid for by the prefecture. It's not paid for by anyone except for Patreon. Kanai and I flew down here. This is one of our Patreon trips. I've wanted to do this auction video for a long time. Why is Japanese fruit so darn expensive? And why, never mind that, why would somebody pay $3,000 or $5,000 for a piece of fruit? Today, at the mango auction, get this, somebody paid $5,000 for one mango. I almost use an expletive. $5,000. And then, the best thing of them all, well, for us anyways, he knew who I was, so they knew I was coming. Because I announced that I was coming to this event months ago. I said, I'm going to the Miyazaki. After I did the Naked Man Festival, I said, I'm coming back here for that mango auction. You better believe it. Mark it down your calendars. I'm coming and I'm bringing Kanai, and we did it. And this is all thanks to you and your support. And after we did the mango auction, the guy who bought the $5,000 mango, he came over to us and he gave us a present. Moteru.
Oh.
Let me sit there.
Can we see?
Yeah. I want to show you. Here's the room. We're staying at the Holiday Inn. I'm staying here at Aoshima. This is not Miyazaki City, but Aoshima, because you get like 10 times more space.
Okay, are you ready?
Here. I'm ready. I don't know if they're ready. I'm ready. The guy gave us mangoes that he bought by auction. All right. Tokyo Drew's also streaming. I don't know. I can't control. I can't control what other people are doing. All I can control is that the 7 of you have a very special live stream. That's all I can say.
Look at this box.
I know, this is crazy. The guy who paid $5,000 for the mango gave us this, and it's valued at like, I think it's like $300 a mango.
You can show this.
Yeah, each mango is like $300. right, this is the this is basically what I filmed today. So it comes in they're treated like diamonds. Look at this.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da!
And they're like purple though. They're like purple mangoes. They're like $300 each, okay? Everyone is doing $100 mango episodes. Never mind that. These were auctioned and bought and gifted to us. I don't even know why he gifted this to us. I guess because we made a nice impression.
And smell, it's so good.
Oh, it smells so good. You have no idea. Mango is so sweet smelling and so beautiful, these mangoes. I don't even think we can eat them. That part where he gifted it to us, I was filming, so it's in the video. That's going to be released, I guess, in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to really quickly try to edit this as fast as I can because it's so exciting. So we woke up at 4. We went to the mango auction. I had an idea that one sold last year for $4,000, and then it was a guy bought it this year for $5,000. And if anybody knows why they did that, I got to tell you, it's one of the most inspiring stories. I don't know if I should tell you or if you should watch it in the episode. If I tell you, it'll ruin your experience with the episode. What do you think? Should I tell you why or not tell you why? It's up to you. I'll just go by this. Nosh says save it. I think Sascha, I don't think it's because we're famous. I think it's just because they think we're famous. I don't know why, but I didn't tell him who I was exactly. They just knew.
Don't tell.
Okay, I won't tell you. It's actually maybe better if you don't know, but I can tell you waiting for the video. Okay. Yeah, you know, I think it's a good story to say in the video, but I'll tell you what, because this is a Patreon funded trip, I'm gonna give Patreon like a really good. I usually give like 30 minutes before. I'll give like a few hours in advance before I release the video, so everybody gets a chance to preview it. So I'll unlist it and so Patreon gets the first crack at this and really get a chance to soak into this video because I'm here because of you guys. And then you guys can enjoy. Everybody can enjoy this before everybody else. I thought I knew why, actually. I thought I knew why. You're very welcome. I thought I knew why they bought it for $5,000. I was kind of wrong. I was kind of right, but I was kind of wrong about the motivation behind it. And this is going to be a really interesting story. This is going to be a really interesting story. So we came here for mangoes, but after we went to the mango auction, we went to you know Amaga-san is the guy who was in the Naked Man Festival with me in the Only in Japan Go live stream in January. And Amaga-san is the guy who's helping me with this episode. This is just like private help. So we brought him a nice gift from Tokyo to give him, by the way. We take care of it. And then he took us to a friend of his who has a mango farm. And we went into the mango farm, and some of the images were just amazing. Do you have pictures?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. And then I want her to go to the onsen before 11 because there's an onsen here, and she's been working harder than me, I think. She's not used to this locations shooting schedule, so she needs to go to the onsen and relax. I can relax another time. Oh yeah, show the photo and then the other mango. We get another mango. So we got these two $300 mangoes. It's like $600. What? And then after we got to the farm and she's gonna show you the pictures.
What?
Oh yeah. Just ちょっとだけ.
ちょっとだけね, a little bit.
Just a little bit. We don't want to show. We're not gonna spoil it, but I can show you some of it. Okay. All right. Here's a nice picture. Look at the mango is in a net, and there's a box in it. So if it falls, they catch it in case it falls because it gets too heavy. And oh wow, I'm so excited to tell this story. There's a reason why it costs a lot, and when I tell you why, it's probably gonna go, that makes sense. You're gonna understand why it costs $100 for a mango after I tell you why they do it and what they sacrifice to make mangoes like this. They actually sacrifice a lot. It's hard to explain. You have another photo? Oh, yeah, that's a good one. All right, I think I might have posted this one on Instagram, but this is the Miyazaki mango.
We ate it.
Yeah, you ate most of it. I didn't. I was filming it. Yeah. I was filming it. They were teaching her how to cut. If you bought a $100 mango, I don't mind. Okay, I bought it. Now what? So we learned how we would cut the mango. There's a Miyazaki way, and then there's the pineapple, like the way you make it like this. But the Miyazaki way, Kanai's gonna show you in the video. She's gonna make her main channel debut in this Miyazaki mango episode. All right, so then we filmed. I interviewed the farmer, and I asked him all of these questions, and he did such an amazing job with the interview. Then they gave us this mango, and this is a different. What was the name of this variety?
Mellow.
Meadow.
Oh my god.
Something. Mellow. They wrote it on a note here, but they come in boxes like if you're buying an iPhone. These are better boxes than if you're buying an iPhone. It's incredible.
Yeah. This
Mellow.
name is
Pearl Mellow. So the variety of this mango is called Pearl Mellow. This one's even sweeter. This one has more of a sunshine look to it instead of the purple look. But it smells so sweet. Oh my gosh. It's like candy. It's like candy, isn't it? Oh. That mango probably retails for like $150 for one of these. They gave us in the box like this, branded. It's probably about $150. So we have like we're getting up there to like $1,000 worth of mangoes that were gifted to us, which is incredible. And we might do a live stream and just eat one. I think that's a nice idea. Actually, just do a live stream where we're eating these, and then we can share the experience with you as much as we can without sending it to you through the TV, through the camera here. So the next place that I am going to next is a town that invited us to come. And we're going to do some live streams in that town. It's called Kobayashi, the name of the city, if you're looking it up. Kobayashi, Kobayashi, yeah. And the reason why I wanted to go to this town is because they have caviar. And I'm sort of scouting this for a main channel episode too. And I told them, look, I want to come and scout out your town. And they invited us to come down. And so they'll give us a place to stay, which is really nice of them. And which is actually at another onsen, which is very, very nice. And they're going to show us the caviar. Kobayashi in Miyazaki is the birthplace of caviar in Japan. I don't know if that's significant, but it's pretty neat. And they're doing a successful job of farm breeding the sturgeon. I've never seen anything like this before. I can't even make a judgment unless I've seen it. So I want to see what it's like and taste this and see like what's the big deal. Also, they got some mango cuisine that I'm interested in. And they also have a place. A lot of people have been asking me, I think maybe Nosh had brought this up, but they have in Japan these places with the population are declining where they give you free houses. Remember this story that happened? Like they're going to give you a free house. So Kobayashi is one of these towns that has an Akiya bank, like a bank where you can get a free house if you become a resident of that town. So I'm going to go there and introduce to you on Only in Japan Go this free housing story, which I think was in the news. It'll probably be in the news again, where you get a free house. And what you would get if you moved to Kobayashi. I think that's kind of a pretty good... Yeah, Leone Pitts, I've been wondering about this too. I really don't know anything more than what I've read in the news. So I'm digging deeper. And this works out great because not only can I cover the mango auction for the main channel, I can do some live streams in a place that we haven't covered before. Because I've been to Miyazaki in January, and this is going to be pretty exciting. You can go to the mango. Now, one more time, what was your favorite part of today? 今日の一番好きな文は何でしょう?
Aoshima.
Aoshima?
Place?
This?
Aoshima.
Okay. Yeah. So we're at the Holiday Inn near Aoshima, which is an island, a really special island, maybe 20 minutes from Miyazaki. I got here by rent-a-car. Where's the key? Where's the key? I've been driving all day without Dean. It's been a lot of fun. Actually, I almost got into a kind of accident. I don't think so. Do I? No, 持ってない。なんか枕 in my hat, maybe? Yeah. Boom. True story. Toyota rent-a-car. It's not as nice of a car, though. But I've been driving all day. Almost got into an accident making a right turn. which is a left turn. But Kanai navigate. Yes, I told Kanai's got to do a better job of navigating. I think she wanted to sleep. I said, "There's no sleeping with a beginner driver in Japan. You need to actively navigate." And then I think she said, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" And then when she said, "What are you doing?" 3 times, I go, "Oh yeah," and I can't make a turn that way. So she did. So eventually, we got the job done. We got in one piece. But I'm driving 1 hour to Kobayashi tomorrow, and then to meet with Kobayashi city people, the city hall people, to talk about their city, and then see what I can do to help make a really good episode. As soon as the channel, I've always been like that, but as soon as the channel Only Japan hit 1 million subscribers, and it started growing, I know there's more of a responsibility to get the story right, to do a good job with reporting and not mess it up, I guess. So I have to make sure that the facts are right. So I'm contacting more and more with officials in cities, so I make sure I get the story right. And I'm surprised at the level of help that I do get to make the episodes. So this is really special. And yeah, tomorrow you're gonna get like a live stream or 2, and then the next day we have maybe 2 live streams, and then we leave on the 11th, and I'll probably do a live stream from the Miyazaki airport, which is gonna be fun. Omiyage hunt, maybe a present hunt in the airport. I get a lot of questions that I got from this. I'm going to be launching the server. I believe Nosh has access already to the Discord server, and I'm just finding a way. Nosh, I'm probably going to need your help if you're watching, Nosh, to set up. I might just give you the privileges to help if you can, to set up tiers for everybody within the Discord server. So then if you are a Samurai supporter or you're a Postcard Club supporter, you have your own, we have a group that's very specialized, and then we'll have a Daimyo server category in the Discord. I've been learning this over the last couple of weeks, so I'll set that up, and then you'll get invitations to that next level. And probably the welcome level will be just, and the samurai level will just be within that, and I'll have more, be giving more attention to the postcard and the daimyo, just because I have to pay more attention based on the level, but I'll still be actively participating in all of the levels. And then we're gonna have probably one Discord server for everybody, meaning the entire Only in Japan 1 million subscriber community if they want. I don't know if they want to, but that's going to be open to them. But what makes our Patreon community special is that we have a very smaller group, and I can give more attention to our group on the Discord server, which is going to be a pretty cool experience that we can talk to and communicate better. And this is all set up by Katayama is his name. He's one of the Daimyo supporters, so Katayama set up this server for us, so I'm very, very thankful for that. So thank you very much for that, and Nosh and Jim and Ramsey Silent for always moderating. Okay, Kanai, you can go and eat. I got it from here. Sorry, eat onsen.
Oh, okay. Okay.
行ってください. You can go because you take always like an hour.
Yeah.
どうぞどうぞ.
See you. See you soon. Goodbye.
All right. It's just us now. Onsen. いや、終わったら行くよ。鍵持ってって。I'm telling her to take her key. Everyone's saying bye, Kanai. Danny said bye. Remember Danny? Danny from Montreal.
Hi, bye. Oh, yeah, bye. Bye, Danny.
There you go.
Yeah, I did good onsen.
Yeah, Amanda says enjoy. Bob says goodbye. Hey, Steven's here. Hey, Steven. Okay, cool. So I got all of your questions here. This phone is on Wi-Fi now. I disconnected the SoftBank. I don't use SoftBank anymore. I'm using another server, so I'm just gonna use the Wi-Fi. I'm gonna go through your questions. It's not strong enough for the Skype. My mom tried to FaceTime me, and it didn't work. And I have to try to FaceTime her. I think actually there's a lot of tourists, international tourists, that are using the Wi-Fi right now. Actually, so I'm right now broadcasting not on the hotel Wi-Fi, but the 4G signal, because it's 5 times faster than the Wi-Fi here. But at the end of it, I might try this Skype just to say hello. So if you do have a question, you can try to put it into the chat. But let me just go through some of these really quickly. I'm going to start from the top here. Caroline, Caroline, I have not decided where to spend my last week in Japan, and with the new news that I can use my JR Pass everywhere. Caroline, that's new news to you, Caroline. Everybody knew that you can go anywhere. But Caroline didn't know that the JR Pass... There are different JR passes. You can get regional passes, which will save you money, and you can get the all-country pass. But the typical pass... There she goes. Yeah. So the typical JR pass is the entire country. And I don't know. You know what? Kyushu is a really great place. I'm doing a lot of stuff in Miyazaki here. I love Miyazaki because it's so far off of the beaten path. You don't have a lot of international tourists here, actually. It's one, because there's no Shinkansen, and two, because it's just far away from everything. Kagoshima and Fukuoka get a lot more... Excuse me. They get a lot more attention because they're on the Shinkansen line and they have a bigger airport. Miyazaki's airport is actually pretty good, but they don't get a lot of attention. They're famous for golf. They're famous... Thank you, Bob. They're famous... UFO Bob, but I want to say Vern. They're famous for a lot of stuff, but yeah, it's just kind of a neat stop here. Nagasaki is also really interesting because of the Dutch influence. You can see that in the amusement park, Haus ten Bosch. Kagoshima, I think, is just loaded with attractions. The Ibuski sand bath is pretty cool. I didn't have an episode on that. I don't know. Caroline, Hokkaido is going to be pretty neat. It might be a little bit chilly, but Hokkaido is going to be really neat this time of year. And you can use the JR Rail Pass all the way up to Hakodate and then the express trains to Sapporo. Jason. Hi, John and Kanai. I won't be able to make this live, but I do have a question for Kanai. What are your favorite area to enjoy while visiting Japan? Oh, Jason, can you take a rain check on that? I can tell you, though, she's never been to Kyushu. Jason, I can't answer the question, but I can make up for it. She's never been here to Kyushu before. This is her first time. And she's really, really... I've never seen her light up. When we arrived in Miyazaki, she's like, I'm in Kyushu. I'm like, yeah, you're in Kyushu. Like, to me, it's not a big deal because I travel all the time, but to her, it's like a massive deal. So, she's been lighting up. I think she really likes Miyazaki. It's relaxed compared to Tokyo. But apart from that, we really like Nijima, which is an island in Tokyo. And Nijima is, you can access it by jet foil, by 2 hours into the Pacific by jet foil to Nijima, Niijima. It's a really chill island. And they have a free onsen, free camping spot, free, everything is like free on the island. So it's so worth it to go there. We take a tent and I take a camping gas grill, and we just make our own coffee in the morning, and we can cook dinner outside and then sleep in the tent. It's like the perfect summer getaway. Thanks, Jason. Joanne, how exciting. Looking forward to seeing you both. She was here. I'm just doing the questions because she should go to the onsen. She's had a long day. Frederick, hi. I was wondering if it has become more challenging to find topics for your episodes and streams over the years. Is it even more fun these days since you have to dig deeper? And are you ever to cover stuff that nobody else has? Mango auction. Nobody's ever covered that before. I have an episode coming next week. I can't tell you what is it. It has to do with sushi, but no one has really covered that. So there's, you know what? I will never ever run out of ideas to cover. And I've already see like the YouTubers that have been doing this for several years have run out of ideas and they're just doing other stuff. But I will never ever run out of ideas to do for that's unique about this country. Literally, I have a list of about 1,000 places written in a file of ideas that I can do at any time. So there's nothing that I won't have a lack of ideas. And if it ever seemed like that, then there's food that you can go to. There are places, there are attractions, there's history, there's culture, there's so much. There's 47 different prefectures, each with 47 different histories as well. So if some people like to compare me to other YouTubers, I don't think you can. All right, I've been here for twice as long as the nearest competitor, except for maybe Pablo in Tokyo, who I really like. He's a really nice guy. He makes the top 10 lists, but I don't watch it. Maybe I've seen a couple of his shows, but in person, one of the nicest guys that you could meet. Just really down to earth. I really liked hanging out with him at a Google meetup a few weeks ago. He's been here for what, over 10 years, longer than a lot of the other YouTubers that I know that are YouTubing. So I don't know. I just get a different take on everything. I think I'm a little bit older than everybody, and you get a different experience. So I'll never run out of ideas. You cannot compare me. Can't compare me. You can try. You can try. I do like this question, Frederick, because I have to always keep it fresh and come up with ideas. Mango auction was awesome. I mean, who else is gonna say, why did they buy this mango for $5,000? Like, who would not click on that? It's an amazing story, I think. It was just so worth it. And with the support that we have with Patreon, I will put the money back into the show and go to places like this and totally inject this show with some excitement. I'm so excited right now, and I'm really tired. I'm really tired. Faye. Hey, Faye. I love Faye. Faye, can't wait. Just hope I don't miss it. Faye, you didn't miss it. I saw that you left a comment somewhere. I hope you did not missing it, Faye. Whenever I see Faye's postcard in the postcard club, I put on the sticker. I'm like, that's Faye's postcard. Psht, and I put it in the mailbox. Brita and Heiko, question for Kanai: how has your life changed as the wife of a well-known YouTuber? Wow. I should have asked Kanai this question. I did talk about this a little bit with her, and this is a really good question for a YouTube, like a Only in Japan main channel, not Only in Japan Go live stream. Actually, we're gonna be celebrating our 1-year anniversary. I live streamed our wedding. All right, like for 3 minutes before I got in deep trouble by her, I live streamed the wedding. Like, we were just about to get in the ceremony. I was still single actually when I live streamed that. Technically, sort of, basically, yeah. So this is a great question for an actual stream, and she can elaborate on how her life has changed. And I just want to talk about her. I know I'll end up talking too much, but I want to get, because if I talk, it makes her more comfortable because she's not as confident talking, but she's getting there. Actually, all of the support has really helped. Did you see her when we started this? She's really happy to talk on these live streams. Actually, that was not the case a year ago, right? She's changed a lot. So, Brita and Heiko, I could tell you for sure that it's had an effect where she's more outgoing now. I think she's more taking more risks, and she understands that this is part of who I am, and she embraces that. And I really want to do more to help her with her dancing and her business of growing her school. She has a dance school. So I think it's give and take, right? A relationship. So I have to make time for her, which is so great that she could come on this trip, because it's a chance to keep do something together and share this experience together, but also make a really unique episodes. I like that. So we've been excited for this trip for a long time. Michelle writes in, I'm new here. Michelle, thank you. I saw your comment. I sent you a message. Welcome to the Patreon community. How do I access the live feed? It just pops up. I hope you're here, Michelle. If not, I usually will write the time in there. And if you come back to the Patreon at the time or a little bit before the link, the video is just start. If you're watching in Patreon, click through to YouTube and you can comment. I'm seeing the comments here. So I'm not sure if everybody else. Hey, purple bandit. Just so you know, I got you the purple stamp. Okay, I'm looking at the chat. I managed to give you. Usually it's random, but I had to give you the purple stamp. I hope it's okay with everybody. I gave purple bandit the purple stamp. I know, yay, right? I could not do it. I saw your address come up. I'm like, nah, I'm putting it on there. So I made sure it was a purple one, and I had to search. I had to go to the sheet underneath it because I'd already used it, but I just had to do the purple one. So it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you here. Yeah. So welcome to the community, Michelle. I'll send you my Skype address as well. I'm gonna try to do Skype at the end of this, but yeah, everybody should have the Skype. And if you want my Skype address, just send me a direct message and I'll send you the link automatically. I have a direct link that'll add you. Ananda Kang. Hi, John. Thanks again so much for the call. The previous time around. Yes, thank you for calling in. I remember you talked just before Solaris, right? So there's just a couple of follow-up questions for now pertaining to the upcoming Golden Week Hitchhiking trip. Yes, actually, I'm really excited about this. How did you manage to keep devices, camera, phone, spare batteries charged up, especially on days? This is like inside information. This is inside information. So how did all right. I stayed in hotels more than I should have just for this exact purpose. And I see, yeah, Ananda's here. Yes! Right after her, so I do remember. I stayed in hotels more than usual because I had, the reason why I did the Kickstarter, I didn't do it to make a lot of money. I just wanted to get enough money to cover the time, and then it ended up going like crazy bigger than I ever dreamed it would have. But I stayed in hotels every couple of days just to charge the batteries, more or less. The weather is a little bit chilly, so it actually worked out pretty good. Sometimes when it looked like it was going to rain and I was going to camp out, I would do the hotel because I had the support from the Kickstarter campaign to do it. So that's how I kept it charged up. The other thing is that you can do is, I often travel with, I guess, what do you call it? A plug extension cord with many outlets, maybe 5 of them, not too big, but not too small, with 5 of them. And then if I'm in a place with just one, I can charge 5 devices. So if I'm in a cafe like a Starbucks, all right, I'll plug that in, and then I'll just plug in like 5 devices and totally, yeah, power strip. I travel with the power strip, and then I plug in like 5 devices and I totally backpack that, and I completely charge everything up in one charge. It's like doing your laundry. If you can do like 5 machines, you can do it all in one hour, or you gotta wait for and use the same machine 5 times. Power strip. That was a secret. So I would charge up at cafes. I would spend an hour and a half relaxing and drinking coffee and researching my trip, and I would power strip that mama and just charge it all. And then in an hour and a half, I charged a lot of stuff, actually. That's the first part of the question. I also carry a very big battery that Katayama, who helped us set up the Discord server, sent me a big, massive battery that's like 20,000 mHV or that volts or something. All right, so I could keep my battery charged on most devices for a long time. I was live streaming, so I'd use that a lot. I think he sent it was before or after, but I had 2 of them. I remember one of them was a big one and one of them was a small one. It was very, very useful, especially if you're camping. I tried to edit in the tent. It never worked out. The whole trip I couldn't edit at all, which is why I got so behind in the DVD project. I was supposed to edit on the road, but it never worked out that way. I'm going to be bringing an action camera along with me to document my travels. That's good. Bring a few spare batteries for sure. But I figure a proper camera tripod would be too large. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. The thing with the GoPro is that you can get like a clip that attaches. There's something called the jaw. Buy it. Use it. You can clip that thing to anything and then just, you can film yourself. I use that a lot. But I carry, hold on a second. I carry a tripod. This is my tripod. It's really small. It's not that heavy. This is the one that I actually backpacked with, okay? This is a Manfrotto, what's it called? Live Free or Be Free. It folds up to this size, all right? And it's got 3 levels on it. It's pretty crazy. And it's got a fluid head on it. And I use this, it's heavy enough where it doesn't blow away when a car passes it, but it's light enough that you can travel with, you can tell it's got some weight to it. But it's not, you don't want a light tripod or else it just falls down with any breeze. But it's really nice to have a tripod and a nice camera to document it. Action cameras though, this one here is the GoPro Hero 7. It's pretty good. But I'll tell you something else. If I'm doing this trip, and I would be filming not with a GoPro, but with this like Insta 360 camera. What I think that's what it's called, INSTA 360. There's a new one out, I think the 10X or something. I don't know, but Peter, my friend Peter's been using this on his channel, and he films in 360, but he exports it in 2D, like flat, but in the video editing soft, he can just rotate around and show you any way that he wants to. It's actually pretty cool. Some light tripods have hooks underneath them. Yeah, this one does as well, and you can put your backpack on it. But I also found that if it's too light and the aluminum is too cheap, that the heavy stuff will actually make the tripod sink down, because the tripods have a very low weight bearing limit on it. So you have to be careful, and then they bend, yeah. So you have to be careful. This one is perfect. It's Manfrotto. It's heavy enough where it'll be okay, and the wind won't knock it down right away. Although it knocked down a couple of times, it doesn't happen too often. So I hope that's helpful. But the action cameras, these GoPros are so useful. Yeah, and this too, the Pocket. DJI Pocket has been pretty useful in a pinch. I just wish the lens was a little bit wider. They do have extensions on there. I don't know. I think anything that you can clip on is very, very convenient. Yeah, you're very welcome. I think this is really important. The idea is to keep your luggage as small as possible, but to have something like a Sony A6400, or even I had the GH5 with me, but a small camera and an action camera for really super wide shots, because you in a car, if you're gonna film and take a picture, you want that super wide. So GoPro is actually a really good camera to have for that. And if you have other questions, you can just direct mail me. I can talk on and on about that hitchhiking trip. Caroline, the time will be 7:15 for those of us in India. Whoa, Caroline's in India. I didn't write that. Yeah, it's 3.5 hours behind. Eston, hi John. So I was wondering, other than the big chain coffee shops such as Starbucks, what kind of mom and pop coffee shop? I'm so glad you asked about this. I'm taking you. Kanai's friend started a chain of coffee shops. What? Yes, it's true. She is. I'm so amazed at this. It's not just because she's a business owner, but she's a woman breaking through in the business community here in Japan. She's really, really powerful. She's a mother now. She has a kid, and she's still running the businesses. So she could totally do it. And she's breaking the conventions of what women can do here in Japan. I love that story. She's such an influence on Kanai too. I want to introduce her to you in a live stream and take you to her coffee shop. And if you come to Tokyo, you should go into this coffee shop, because it's totally locally owned by her friend from high school. It's called Soul's Coffee, SOLS Coffee. I think it's mostly in Asakusa and Kuramai area, but it's like, I think there's like 5 shops now. So it's growing really fast, and they hand brew everything, like a blue bottle, but I think it's better because they roast the beans in the store. All right, that's kind of crazy. I think it's a great idea. She roasts the beans in the store. She has a bean roaster. So I would recommend that. And then Jimbocho, I haven't done an episode on it yet, but Jimbocho is the coffee town. In the back alleys of Jimbocho, you'll find cafes that have been opened up since like the Meiji era, like 100 years or more. So there's a deep history of the coffee chains in Jimbocho in Tokyo. So I would check those out. And I love going there. The Wien coffee, the Viennese coffee, is really good if you like that heavy cream. That it comes with like whipped cream on it, but they hand whip it. Ah, it's so good. Yeah, Kiki Miyazaki, thanks for answering that. Kiki's question. Hi, Kanaya, John, and all the Patreon family. Hello. First of all, just to let you know that I love the recent video of Kyoto Ramen. Yes, that was a lot of fun, and I wanted to do something with Shingo because he hadn't been on the show for a long time, and I wanted to get Kevin involved again. So this was kind of like a chance for the 3 of us. In-betweeners are great, but the owner of the last ramen shop is a winner. I know. That story, if I put this story in the front, Kiki, then that would have been the story. I had to do it as a bonus scene at the end, so then people would watch those three shops to begin with, and then there was just that extra. I loved it, and yeah, I knew it was gonna be pretty cool when I added that guy in there. I do hope I get my own team. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. The tribute video for Mr. Seiichi has been hard. I have a couple of interviews for him, but they're hours long. And I'm working with Kanai to try to introduce to you some things that we both learned from Mr. Seiichi, not just me. I learned a lot, but I want to get some stuff because that's her grandfather. Things that were important to her to make it a really special episode for all of us. Because there's a lot of things that I didn't know about Mr. Seiichi, and there's a lot of things that you didn't know about Mr. Seiichi. He was in World War II and stranded in the Philippines, and his story on his first encounter with the United States, and all the stories that he told me about fighting in the war and how he didn't want to fight. And I mean, he could have been just making it up. I don't know what the situation was, but most people didn't want to go in the war at all, of course. But they did it because that's, you do it for your family. If you're called for your country, you have to do it for your family. But there's a lot of stuff about Mr. Seiichi that I'm looking forward to introducing to you. I'm going to try to get the episode done in April. We will see. It'll be in either late April or early May. But it's a really important episode to both of us. Thanks for asking about that. See, I'm just interested. I'm sorry for being so late, but sending my sincere condolences. No, we really, really appreciate it. Yeah, he was really important to Kanai, especially, but also to me and to our community because he was in like 5 episodes, I think, which makes him an important part of the Only in Japan community too. Sadly, I need to sleep. Yes, Ramsey Silent, please, you're always there for us. Don't worry about missing one of them. You can miss more, by the way. I'm saying that just because I worry, because I see you online and then it's the middle of the night. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, this is amazing supporter. It is backer only, so I have to do it. So don't worry about the trolls. Yeah, don't worry about that. Ramsey Silent, you can take a break. This is the one episode where you can just totally relax. Don't have to worry about it. Please say hi to me, to everyone. So Ramsey Silent says hello to everybody. There he is right there. One of the nicest people. I've gotten a chance to talk to him via chat, and actually I should find a way to call via Skype. But just always appreciate it for all of your help. Really do. Carolyn writes in, why isn't the link posted yet? It is. Okay. I'm refreshing like mad. It should be there. Are you here now? Are you here now? Oh, okay, there he is. There she is. There's Carolyn. Everybody's here. All right, good. It's there. It wasn't there a while ago, but it's there now. Yeah, I put the link up because Kanai and I were eating dinner in Miyazaki with the city officials. They took us to a chicken namban restaurant, which is pretty good, and they took us to ramen made with not noodles, but the ramen was made with a konnyaku. It's like the glutinous potato that doesn't have any flavor. And they make noodles out of that konnyaku. It was actually really good. So I think I may make an episode about konnyaku ramen, which is super healthier. Yeah, I thought that was really good. And what was the other thing? And we also ate the chicken namban and another grilled chicken, which Kanai asked to eat the chicken. It was pretty good. Potato, the glutinous potato, not the gluten, but like they make a gel, hard gel out of it, and you can make noodles from that. And it's also gluten-free. So I think this is a really cool ramen to introduce in a future main channel episode. So other than the Discord server, I'm trying to find ways to add more value to your already existing support. So yeah, I'm so appreciative every month. A lot of people have been supporting. I look at the length of the supporters going back to 2017, 2018, and supporters just last month. So we have people coming and going as supporters, and that's really the blood of this series now has become Patreon. it's like I didn't expect that, and it allows me to take Kanai with me now. It allows me to do topics that I've always wanted to do and that we have an interest in doing. So the community is huge. So I'm trying to find ways like the Discord server, and different ways that people are introducing to me to find and add value to all of you for this community. The community tab is really nice in Patreon, but we can do better. We can do more. So let's see what this Discord server can do for us. I refuse to go to Curry House again. What Curry House? Did I miss something? See, there's always a chat inside the chat. I have some delicious Malabar. No! Stop eating Indian food. Now you're making me jealous. I want to go back to India. My mom just got back. She was in Mumbai for 6 weeks, and I couldn't go because of work. But she came back 2 weeks ago from India, and she's just sending me pictures of food. It's crazy. Oh man, I'm getting hungry now. Hungry again. That's about all that I have. So the Discord server will be active this month. No problems at all. I'm gonna get working on it. I'm gonna see if I can make Nosh like an emperor status where maybe you can help me out with that, and I'll ask other people who are interested in this to help out. And I think for those of you who don't know what Discord is, I'll be able to introduce it in a Patreon only video, just so you get an idea. And then after we're settled in with the Patreon community, I'm gonna introduce Discord to everybody on Only in Japan channel, and then that'll be a separate Discord. All right, but we're always going to have our Patreon Discord, and I think it'll give you more access, more chances to easily communicate with each other. And I'll introduce more about the Discord server soon. The postcards were all sent out 3 days ago from Tokyo Central Post Office, so that's going to be really cool to see how long it takes. I know Jason in Canada, it probably takes the longest to reach Canada, which is crazy. But they should be arriving in your post box next week. So look for the postcard. The daimyo packages, we're going to be buying half of it here in Miyazaki and taking it back with us on the 11th. So the daimyo packages will be sent out on the 12th. And they should get to you around the 20th or so, depending on where you live. But this month should be pretty good. And then the next month, Kanai has some pretty good ideas to get a little bit more creative with the packages, if we can. Because we've been doing the daimyo packages for a long time, and we're trying to find ways to keep it, I don't know, to keep it surprising of what's in there. And and of course I'll make a video and show you what the insides are before I send it. And then when you open it up and you get your package, it's kind of neat to go through the video and then show us packing your daimyo package. I usually delay the video a week until it arrives at your house, and then you can say, hey, there it is. Gosh, what else do we have to run out with? Do you have any questions here? I'm going to try this Skype. We have 15 people watching. If anybody's interested in Skype, I said to contact me ahead of time. I didn't get any Skype, but then again, I don't think I checked. Just saying. So I'm online in Skype. You have 5 minutes to call. You have 5 minutes to call. And I could take maybe a minute or two questions. If you haven't gotten the Skype address, please direct message me, and I will send you the link for the Skype to add me on Skype. I usually only respond during the live streams, but if you leave questions, I sometimes will chat a little bit, but I first don't always have the Skype open to do it. I always think of I'm now looking more at the chat now. I'm turning my attention. When I talk, one of the reasons why I think the live streams go well is I'm not really looking at the stream that much. I'm just sort of reacting to my environment and looking at it sometimes. So my question is last on the Patreon post. Did I miss some stuff? I might have missed some stuff. Sometimes Nosh is the one who always helps me. He goes, you didn't go back far enough. Let's see here. Faye wrote in not missing it. All right, Faye, I just got that now. This is so cool. Look at the mangoes around. They look like Christmas ornaments. They look like I thought it was like Christmas time here. Did I get everybody's questions? I guess not. Sometimes the top is the bottom and the bottom is the top, but the Wi-Fi is so slow here. So slow. Mark wrote in just a question here. With the 2020 Olympics, when do you think the prices in Japan will go up on shoes? They announced the prices. They announced the prices of these opening ceremonies starts at around $3,000. About for tickets to the opening ceremony. So probably the chances are I'm not going to the opening ceremony, but you never know. I might just score some tickets from a sponsor or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna beg everybody, please give me tickets, so I can cover something. I don't know. I think there's already a lot. They've opened up registration for local residents living in Japan. So I don't know if I've registered yet. I'll probably register, and then it's a lottery system. So I'm not really sure how much the tickets are, but they said that they're going to keep the ticket prices reasonable priced, and they're going to be like $20 for young people, which is the 2020 Olympics, so they're going to be $20 for tickets for younger people, I think. So that should be affordable, but I'm not really sure. And I'm not sure how people are going to get the tickets. I'm not sure how the system's working. When I do know the system, that's an Only in Japan Go live stream to understand how the ticket system works. In fact, I'm going to see if I can call Tokyo and maybe I'll get some access because they can do a better job of explaining this stuff to us. Purple Bandit's question. Purple Bandit writes in, hope this isn't a dumb question. Never dumb. But we are tourists, but are tourists allowed to buy one-way airplane tickets in Japan? Yes. Yes. I'm looking for a quick and hopeful cheaper way to get from Tokyo to Osaka. Is there a Japanese equivalent to Blue Star? If not, I'll spring for a Nozomi ticket. Technically, like Indonesia, there's certain countries that are very, very strict with this. When I went to Indonesia, they always asked me for a flight out because I guess there's a lot of backpackers that would go to Bali and never leave because it's so cheap. They would stay there, overstay their visa. Technically, you should have a way out of every country that you visit, including the United States. Including if you're a tourist, you should have your way out, or how you don't have proof that you're not gonna overstay your visa. It's possible that they deny you entry into the country. I've had people, viewers from India, that had visas and were denied entry for not having an exit plan. So if you're coming from the U.S., they're probably not going to ask. It depends on the country that you're from. If you don't have, this is from experience. I can't really definitively answer your question, but I can tell you this. If you don't have an exit plan, just have proof that you have money to get out. Have your credit cards and show that you have like multiple credit cards or one credit card, or show that you have a balance sheet, or maybe you want to get a bank statement showing what your credit limit is, just to have it as a backup. I don't know if you're going to need it, or you can show it on your smartphone that you have a credit limit of $3,000 or something, and that you could buy a plane ticket out if you need to. Just that's a backup plan. Or you can say, I'm planning to get the ferry to Korea, is another thing that you can say. There's a ferry from Shimonoseki that goes to Korea. And you can say, I'm doing an Asian trip and I'm leaving through Shimonoseki to Korea. And that ferry, you cannot reserve it really online. You can just say that I'm leaving by ferry. So there's things that you can do to try to balance that out. Or you can say you're jet starring to, you're taking a low-cost carrier to Australia or to the next country. You can say that too. But airplane tickets are a harder excuse. Boat is a better one. Just say you're leaving. You're thinking of leaving. Your trip is going to go through next to Korea, and that's a really cheap ticket. That's like 5,000 yen to go to Korea from Shimonoseki. That's one that I know some people have used. So I hope that might be helpful. Just make sure that you have proof of budget. I think that you have enough money to stay here for as long as you do without a ticket. I have to race back to Osaka to get the plane home on 5/2. And I do hope I get a chance to catch up with you, by the way. And it's been a while since the New York meetup. I remember that cold night, too, on Times Square. So, yeah, I think if you have that stuff, then you shouldn't have any trouble at all. That you pretty much covered your bases. If you have proof of budget that you're leaving, and that you can say, I'm actually thinking of leaving through Korea, But if I don't do that, then I'm just gonna buy a plane ticket back, and this is my budget, and I have a credit card with $10,000 limit or $5,000 limits. You're gonna be okay. You shouldn't have a problem. That's a really good question. All right, I think that's about it. No Skype. No Skype. And Kanai is still at the onsen. I'm next to go to the onsen. I'm next. All right, very good. Big thanks, shout out one more time to Katayama for the Discord server. Arigatou gozaimashita. Hontoni, really thank you so much for setting this up. I'm so excited to launch this with the help of people that are interested in the Discord server. If you are interested in helping with the Discord server, send me a direct message. I think we have 3 people from Patreon on the Discord server, including Katayama. I have what's called Emperor status, and I'm thinking of making 1 or 2 other people who have access to moderate or take care or help to take care and start and build and grow the Discord server. If that's something that's interesting to you, to help this community, I would start my search within our Patreon community first. So if you're interested, direct mail me, and I will make you maybe an Emperor status or give you moderating capability, because it's important to moderate everything these days. We need to have as clean a community as possible. Just because it's better that way. You need to try. You make an effort at least to do that. You can't just let things grow wild, because then they grow all over the place. You don't know what's happening. You can't control the internet, but you can kind of nudge it maybe a little bit, one direction or the other. Yeah, and it's troll free. I remember OIG. I remember OIG Go before moderation. It was not good. I remember Jim. Look, who's coming back. She's coming back. Kaeri. Yeah. どうでしたか? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the onsen. Oh, we did have some questions, Kanai. What's your favorite place to visit in Japan from Brita and Heiko?
All?
Yeah, all Japan.
I like Okinawa.
Okinawa! I forgot about that.
Okinawa, and
I forgot about that.
I loved Hakodate also.
Hakodate. She visited me on the hitchhiking trip for 2 nights.
Yeah.
As a break to help break up the trip. See, she did make it to answer the question. So, and then from Jason, that was from Jason, and Brita and Heiko asked, how? Can I answer that afterwards, Brita and Heiko? That's a deep one. I prefer to get a full episode on this one. So I'll give you guys credit for asking it, but I'm gonna do it just in a full Only Japan Go live stream for everybody. I think it's interesting for everybody to hear that. But なんか YouTuber になりそう?
Me?
Yeah. Do you think you think you'll become a YouTuber?
No.
Why not?
And
why not?
So.
Don't you think she could do it gradually? I think we're getting to that point.
But I'm getting used to it. But
Look, yes, you already have like 17 fans right here.
I'm sub character.
She's a sub character. You're not sub anything. She's a sub character. She could be a Twitch streamer. Yeah, you know Nosh, actually. Nosh. Yeah. You can do Twitch. That'd be pretty cool.
I'm doing my best.
I know.
But it's very fun for me.
You have a lot of things that you can introduce, like girl stuff.
Girl stuff?
I don't know.
Or like
I
cosmetics.
can't. You could. Or dance stuff. You could do dance stuff. I don't know. We can think of stuff. Cooking stuff. You like cooking?
Yeah, I like cooking.
That's a YouTube channel. There's a guy named Jun, Rachel and Jun. Jun has his own kitchen. Or just a dance channel. I would watch I would watch Kanai dance for 30 minutes every episode. Just do a dance.
I also like to study of my country. So what do you mean? Yeah. Japan has many things, so
It's true.
Yeah, many stuffs which I didn't know before. So
Hey, Francis.
yeah, I feel new
Yeah.
when I see something, なんだろう, new area or some new food. It's very fresh
Francis was
for
at the
me.
meetup in Singapore.
Oh,
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, I remember.
I like it, and I respect my country, and I feel very happy if many people love Japan, and many people thinking about Japan. So yeah, I also very curious about other country too.
Yeah. So we'll find something that's interesting for her to do, maybe. Food is always good. Yeah. See, like, right? Food is always good. So we'll see how that works out. She's still new to YouTube. No plans to do any meetups yet, but if I do, you will know. If I do a meetup, Caroline, you will know. I'll announce it to the entire world if I do a meetup. Female perspective of Japan is issues actually would be a great idea. There's a lot more male YouTubers than females, and you know what? I could be honest with you. The females that are doing YouTube, they're all kind of. I think that's not good to say, but the Westerners doing YouTube just kind of do the same stuff. I don't know, like everybody actually. So it'd be cool to have a Japanese female in English. There's bilingual though. You can be the next bilingual.
No.
Chica,
Yeah,
do you know Chica?
I love bilingual Chica's channel.
She's a big fan of Chica
Yeah,
from
I'm studying
Bilingual.
English from her channel.
Yeah, she has a channel called Japanagos, and I think something like that might be really interesting to give a female Japanese perspective in English would be pretty cool. We don't have enough people doing it, and I'm not against what other people are doing. Everyone has their own YouTube channel; they can do whatever they want. But it would be nice to get a Japanese female perspective on YouTube about Japan instead of Western tourist stuff. I think that'd be kind of a neat way, different way to see it. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Not anymore. YouTube won't let you stream if you have under 1,000 subs. Oh wow. Okay. I didn't know that. Peter wouldn't have been able to stream at the start. That's interesting. Peter, by the way, Peter is almost at 10,000 subscribers. He's less than 1,000 subscribers away. So I'm gonna do a live stream with Peter when we get back to Tokyo to help push him to the next level. I think he can do it. 10,000's a lot. He's been working pretty hard. I know. I will ask YouTube, Nosh. All right, I'm gonna ask my quote unquote partner manager about this. YouTube won't let you stream if you have under 1,000 subs because then Kanai won't be able to live stream. So let me see what they say about this. Nosh, did they just change this? Nosh, did they just change this rule? That's crazy. Wow. So let me ask about this. That doesn't make any sense at all. That they can't live stream under 1,000 subscribers. That doesn't make any sense at all because, like, you can live stream on Instagram, and you don't need any subscribers, right? You can just live stream on. There's a lot of platforms where you can just live stream. So I don't understand. I guess they just had problems. Maybe I'm trying to look at it from YouTube side of why they would do it. Twitch too, right? I really don't know why they would do that. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, Facebook also, you could live stream on Facebook without saying right, but YouTube's is saying no. I don't. Let me see if I can get an answer. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get them an answer. You know how I know? Because I'm gonna ask them if I start a third channel. If I live stream with under 1,000 subscribers, can I do it? And then I'm gonna ask them why. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can get an answer from my partner manager. I don't have a dedicated partner manager like my friends Simon and Martina. They've got an actual guy, like a person there that works with them really hard. But I know I've got a guy who I ask questions to, so I will ask this. Not making advertising money with a few viewers. I think in order to help small viewers become big, small creators become big creators, they need to have the same tools that everybody has. I mean, I had the same, when I started YouTube, I was on a level playing field. I had everything that everybody else had. But now if certain people are getting certain things, that's really not too fair. So I'll try my best to get an answer from you. Sometimes they're cagey. You can also, actually you can't because you're not big enough to. That's another crazy thing. I have more support available to me than other people. So let me ask on your behalf then. I can actually send an email to creative support and ask if I start a new channel, can I do live streams under 1,000? And why not? Let me see what they say. Okay, Nosh? So I'll get back to you. That's a great question, and I think that kind of sucks. Is that a bad word, sucks? I'm trying to really hard to just keep it clean. Is that a bad word? I know. That marijuana flag in the background of the last stream got a lot of comments, but there was no dubage. I don't know, what's the word? There was no smoking. I don't know what people call it. I've never done it. If I ever run for president, they could put it out there, but my friend in Amsterdam gave me a brownie. I took one bite of it, maybe two. I didn't know that they tricked me. They didn't know what they put in it. And I was like really hyper, like this, more so than usual for about 5 or 6 hours. And I felt incredible. And then I was throwing up for 12 hours. So I'm never ever going to be doing that again. But it wasn't really my choice. They tricked me. They just gave me a brownie, and I didn't know what was in it. I thought it was like, that was kind of, we were drunk from the Heineken brewery. Maybe that's why I was throwing up. But I've never smoked a cigarette, and I've never tried this. That doesn't make me any better than anybody else, but it's just like I have a line. I'm not gonna do it because my mom smokes, and I don't like the fact that my mom smokes so much. She's smoking less and less, but as a kid, I was always angry at my mom for smoking, and yeah, so I never smoked as a result of it. But enough about me. How are you? Anyways, tomorrow we're gonna have a live stream on the Only Japan Go channel. If you have any questions, direct message me on Patreon, and I try to get back with everybody. I smoked 10 years, but quit for 10 years and quit 12 years ago. Yeah, it's so hard once you start to quit that it doesn't make sense to start knowing that you should probably set up ads with channels for more than 1,000 subs. That could be it. Let me see what I can do to find an answer for you on this, but. Thanks again for the support. Kanai's here because of it, so really appreciate it. And yeah, I will do this again the second time of the month, and definitely do some Skype calls in the second live stream of the month. But again, I cannot thank you enough for the support. We have a rent-a-car, we have a nice hotel, and we have an amazing story to tell from this area that involves mangoes. So yeah, and log into the Discord as Nosh says. So I'll see if I can give you access, Nosh, to like Emperor level or Moderator level, and then we'll work for anybody who's interested in helping with the Discord server. I will give you access immediately, and then we're gonna open this up to all of the tiers individually. I think if you're a Daimyo tier, you can join any tier, so you don't have to just stay in the Daimyo tier, but that tier will be available to you. I think it's pretty cool. All right. Have a good night. Good night. It's midnight. Kanai is nemui desho.
So ne.
Yeah, she's very, very tired. We got up at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're eating the hotel breakfast. We splurged for the hotel breakfast tomorrow, so it's kind of a big deal. You're very welcome, and good night. If you have any questions, direct mail me. Okay. Oh, I can show you the last. Oh, they turned it off. The view outside the window was incredible. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll make you a promise tomorrow. You can't see anything now. I'll put on Patreon the view from the window. So if you're watching this live stream, you're gonna get what it looks like. You can kind of see the shoreline, but it's such an amazing view from here.
I can hear the sound of ocean.
Yeah, that's my